In this new story, it talks about how the legalization of abortion in Mexico City has impacted their citizens and their effect throughout Latin America. In 2015, a 21-year-old woman named Patricia Mendez miscarried a 20-week fetus in the state of Veracruz, Mexico. After the post-trauma of the miscarriage, police officers and detectives arrived claiming she committed the worst sin in the world. A lot of stories like these are happening to women around Latin America, where the laws related to abortion have begun to humiliate, stigmatize, or charge innocent women. The Latin American and Caribbean regions have some of the most restrictive abortion laws in the world, having only 4 regions allowing abortion during the first trimester without restrictions. Mexico operates with a federal system, meaning each state has the choice to make their own laws. And in this case in particular, it means each state has the choice to restrict or liberalize abortion as long as the laws do not violate the Mexican Constitution. Coming back a little bit to 2019, the Mexican president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, has stated that he wants to include in the Constitution the criminalization in whoever does or is involved in abortion, meaning that whoever made the abortion, the doctor, the nurse, the woman who wanted to get the abortion will go to jail for it. Women around Latin America are suffering and dealing with injustice in something that belongs to them to choose. Not judgment should arise to them. In 2007, when the reform to legalize abortion in Mexico City, one in which they abolished the law that appealed to criminal penalties against women who decided to have abortions passed, created a massive shock in society due to the Catholic presence within Mexico. In response to this law, the Vatican stated that abortion is terrorism with a human face. And even the Pope Benedict XVI threatened the excommunication from Mexico to the Catholic Church. Even though all of these threats didn't happen, there were also a lot of protests from the Mexican citizens. The streets were full of Mexicans with signs saying yes to life and adoption is another option, and some of them were referred that day as Black Friday. But now that time has passed, Mexican citizens have opened their minds about the idea of respecting each other's choice. That is punishment enough for the mother to make the choice of abortion, although there are still a lot of people who think it's inhuman to let a woman have the liberty to choose. And even after Andrés Manuel Corrins, Mexican president, stated this new law to the congressman, the only people who were allowed to vote were men. How is this rational? How can another gender choose what is going to happen to a woman's body? How can you force a 10-year-old girl to have a baby while her body is still growing? This is a recent dispute not only for Mexican women, but for women around the world. This is not a taboo, and this should not be a controversial topic. This is not a game, and I believe that all women should have the right choice and the liberty to make a decision for themselves and not other people make them for them.